Hey there guys, this is Slamzeron, aka YouTube's Toske. Today I'm going to talk about a new game that was announced, a Saint Seiya game. It's called Saint Seiya Brave Soldiers, and it's been announced for PS3, for Japan, South America, and Europe. So it's coming out in English, so if you like, the Saint Seiya series, but you speak English, like me, you can just import the European version. Which that's usually the way to go with Saint Seiya. I feel like that's the best way to go if you're an English-speaking fan. I mean, if you speak Spanish, that's probably even better because everything comes out in Mexico when it comes to Saint Seiya. That's basically their equivalent to Dragon Ball. um, anyway, this game was announced like 2 weeks ago for the PS3. It looks like it's going to be a fighting game in the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm style, but I think it could also be a Saint Seiya. Obviously it's obviously a Saint Seiya game. A Dynasty Warriors style one, because the trailer that they showed with it, some of the movements and some of the poses that were being done were basically taken from the Dynasty Warriors game, Sanctuary Battle. So, and I kind of hope it plays that way too, because I think I prefer that style. The thing about this game is that not only is it going to include all of the original Saint Seiya, that being the 12 houses arc, the Poseidon arc, and the Hades arc, but it's also apparently going to include Lost Canvas and Omega, and Tenma and Koga have already been confirmed, from what I can tell, or from what I've heard. I guess it's not technically confirmed if it's just a rumor, which makes me a little concerned about voice acting, which I'll get to in a minute. I'm just giving my thoughts right now on the reveal. The trailer also showed that they're doing the OVA cast for the original characters from the first series, so the Masakazu Morita cast, if you will, as opposed to the Toru Furuya cast from Omega and the original. Which I feel like they should probably use the cast from Omega, since I feel like they fit better than the OVA cast. But I don't know. I guess the OVA cast they do sort of a more youthful sound for them, while the Omega cast sounds a little bit older. But I think it would have been nice to use the Omega cast, because then we would have gotten Toru Furuya. I think they replaced Shiryu with the Omega guy, because it doesn't sound like Takahiro Sakurai, unless they told him to do a lower voice. Or maybe I'm just not used to hearing him do Shiryu. But I mean, because I've only heard so much of the OVA cast from Sanctuary Battle and the PS2 Saint Seiya game, the Hades, which I've almost got all the characters in that game, so maybe a video on that soon. But yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. I'll probably import the European version. There was a trailer that they showed in English that not only had English subtitles, but it also had the ESRB rating pending thing in the at the beginning, and it also had Knights of the Zodiac as a subtitle at the bottom of the logo, which that really intrigued me. Because if this game is coming out in North America, I will pick it up in a heartbeat. That's really cool. And since the North American and European branches of Namco have merged, I guess maybe they feel like they can't release a game in one territory without releasing it anywhere else, even though this game is pretty much coming out in every territory except North America, as far as we know. Maybe they'll confirm it later. And if they do, that'd be great, but one, like I said, voice acting, because if they're including Omega and Lost Canvas, then we're going to have some repeat voice actors, especially if they're doing the OVA version of the original, because Katsuyuki Konishi does not only Lionett Soma and Omega, but he also does Phoenix Iki in the original, so that'll be kind of confusing. And his voice isn't really that... It's distinct, but he doesn't have... Like, he has, like, his middle range and his low voice, which he uses respectively for both characters. So it'd be pretty easy to tell they're voiced by the same person. And Tetsuya Kakihara, who's Dragon Ryuho and Omega, and Pegasus Tenma and Lost Canvas, I feel like that's a better role, because Ryuho doesn't really sound like Tenma. In fact, Tenma sounds more like Seiya, which was probably the intention. And I feel like Masakazu Morita would make a good Tenma if they were to get Toru Furuya back as Seiya. Which then brings up the Omega version of Seiya and Shiryu and all the gang, especially if you've been keeping up with the series and you figure out where they stand as saints. Obviously, Seiya becomes Sagittarius. Well, are they going to use Masakazu Morita to voice the Omega version of Seiya? Or are they literally going to have two actors voicing the same character? And also, it brings up the whole point of multiple characters, because, Seiya gets the Sagittarius cloth in the original. That's basically his Super Saiyan, maybe even Super Saiyan 3 or something. But in Omega, he's wearing it all the time, and it even looks different. So it really makes me wonder how they're going to do duplicates. And going from Omega logic, Shun now has like 5 Andromeda cloths, plus the possibility of Virgo if he ever gets it. Though I feel like he probably would be best as Andromeda. I feel like that's kind of like his trademark. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this game. It's got some nice cel-shaded anime-style graphics, so it looks better than both the Hades and Sanctuary battle. And battles look nice. Even if it's a fighting game, it looks like it's going to be a little different, so it might be a little easier to play, because the Hades is kind of cheap. But regardless, I'm definitely going to pick this bad boy up. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks like it's going to be really good. I'm definitely going to pick this bad boy up. And if it doesn't come out in North America, I'll definitely get the European version. I mean, I have a European PlayStation Network account, so I could even do the Japanese version if I really wanted to. Basically, this is to be honest, I'm really looking forward to this game, because I've been wanting another Saint Seiya game that not only concluded the story of the original, but included Lost Canvas and Omega. Because I think it'd be really cool to see Koga duke it out with Seiya. And I'm assuming they're going to include the God Cloth versions of the original Bronze Saints, maybe even Leo Iki and Virgo Shun, since they wore their respective gold cloths in the OVA for a little bit, from what I understand. And of course, Seiya, Shiryu, and Hyoga get their Sagittarius, Libra, and Aquarius. So this is definitely going to be something interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to see how it all plays out, especially if they include just every Saint Seiya character possible. Who knows? I'm coming out in autumn, internationally, basically. So, and if it comes out in North America too, that'd be cool. I'll definitely pick it up as soon as I can. I might wait a little bit just to see. I mean, if a North American release is announced and it's going to be a little bit after the European and Latin America one, then I'll just wait. But if it's not, then I'll just get the European version like I've been doing for Saint Seiya. And I'm also waiting on the movies they shipped, so I'll be talking about those in the future, maybe even on my podcast. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of to say for this game. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I can't wait to hear more news about it. This is Flamesron, aka YouTube's Tosuke, signing out. Have you ever felt the true power of the cosmos? Bye.